Previously on Pocket Survival.
Oh, Arceus, I cannot tell you how excited I am to be here, man.
I'm one of the strongest Sunkern back home, despite still being in high school.
I've auditioned and promptly been cast to prove my mettle and utterly devastate the competition.
Rodon wins reward!
Why'd I have to get stuck on a tribe with an over-emotional, oversized oaf? Like that purr ugly!
Damn, steel is scary, man.
My influence and seduction paired with most men's weak-willed lust is a combination that's going to get me all the way to the end.
He offers Goliath the final 2 deal. Matthias, Rain, final 2, working together all the way until the end. He wants to work with her to reach the end. A final 2 deal. Blue seems to eat up the compliments and agrees. Rodon, the first tribe to win immunity. Savar also wins immunity, which means Eirai will be going to tribal council, voting someone off of their tribe.
Virginia is under Dexheart's protection now. You better believe it.
That old V-hag's gotta go. Ain't two ways about it.
I just said I'd never vote out Gam Gam, but Dexheart thinks I would for some reason? And now he wants me out?
If I had my way.
I'm sorry, Gam Gam, but it's you or me.
The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at Tribal Council!
First Pokemon voted out of Pocket Survival, Island of the Beasts, Virginia. The tribe has spoken. Before we get into it, another big shout to all the VAs. Everyone put in a lot of hard work. They did an amazing job bringing these characters to life. Episode 2! This is what remains of the Eirai Tribe. A noticeable lack of an Eevee. Savar Tribe is completely intact. Rodon Tribe is completely intact. Alright, night 3. After getting back to camp, Dexheart turns to Andy and cuts a scathing promo against him, calling him shameless and pitiful for taking the easy road and sending a sweet old lady home. He references a few of the dastardly heels he's faced in the past: Rollerex the Dragonite, Slither the Arbok, Moonfall Crusher the Skuntank. It says Andy is on their same level of deceit and disrespect.
Man, I hate how Tribal Council went. Ugh! I wish it didn't have to be that way, man, but I didn't want to go, so it had to be her. Now my battling role model hates me. And, I gotta try and find a way to make it up to him. I'm not like Moonfall Crusher. I hate Moonfall Crusher, honest. I'd never be like him.
Burger pulls Shadow aside and thanks him for a job well done, that they did what they needed to, and now that the hag is gone, they can actually start winning some challenges. Shadow doesn't seem appreciative of the second half of Burger's thanks, but accepts it all nonetheless. They agree that, if the time comes to need to work together again, they will do so in the future.
I, have Burger now, as an ally, it looks like. He made it really easy by, coming to me first. I don't think I could have organized anything like that if, I had to go to someone else first. It took a lot of courage just to talk to Summer. So, yeah, that's the good of the situation. Now, hopefully this rain clears soon so we can get some good sleep.
Day 4, oh, the rain didn't clear up. Sorry, Shadow, it's still raining. After getting water from the watering hole, Sky gets back to camp only to see Steel shouting and slashing at the camp's fire in a fit of rage, confused at it. Sky tries to calm him down by speaking in wild speak, but Steel really just doesn't understand it. It's frustrating him. At least the trees are covering the fire from the rain.
Goodness, what kind of freaks am I stuck on this forsaken tribe with? Feral beasts that can't grasp the concept of fire outside of battle. A bracelet sexually attracted to said feral beast. A loudmouth brat that can't speak any quieter than this volume. Yet, somehow, they still aren't quite as classless as my usual competition.
Amber tries to talk game with Thatcher, only for him to suddenly interject and point out that he understands what she's doing. But he has a fiancé back home and refuses to even consider speaking with Amber about the matter. He walks away, leaving Amber annoyed.
Does that loser really think I would try to sway him with my charm after it failed once already? Does he think I'm stupid? Gosh, a girl can't talk game with someone on her level around here? Fine, I understand. He's probably some loser that lives in his mom's basement anyway. He's ugly enough for that to be true. We could have been allies, even if he wasn't swooning over me. But it looks like even that is off the table for Thatcher.
Savar! When the tribe is huddled together in a shelter during a more intense portion of the rainstorm, Bloom and Nelly get to talking and really bond with each other over sharing their upbringing.
Nelly is pretty awesome. She's cool to have around, and we have a lot in common despite where we come from. We have many of the same interests even. She'd be great to work with in the future, that's for sure. Maybe even someone I could go far with.
Diana is relaxing on Bo's back again, whilst complaining about some of the other tribe mates. When the topic arrives to Matthias, she laughs, remarking about him trying to pull her aside and make some crappy Final 2 deal with her earlier that day, which is so funny because why would she ever want to work with him? Bo's curiosity peaks, asking more questions about it and pointing out that she overheard Matthias talking to Bloom about a Final 2 deal just yesterday.
What is that frog doing? Something's amiss, that's for sure. That's 2 Final 2 deals I've heard about now. Sure, make one with Bloom, whatever. But trying to spark one up with Diana after having Bloom? I'm gonna have to look into this some more. If he's lying to get further, then he's gotta go soon.
Andy tries to make things up to Dexheart by giving him his portion of rice for the day, only for Dexheart to slap it away, insisting he won't be won over by something as meager as food. He's done some messed up shit to get his hands on the world championship, but he would never sacrifice a woman in her twilight years. Dexheart leaves and Shadow approaches Andy, apologizing for the way things are going.
Andy is trying his best to get Dexheart to like him again, but, it's not working. It's a lost cause at this point. It's, a bit upsetting that this was because of a misunderstanding. But stuff like that happens. He just has to accept that that's, the case and move on.
Muffin approaches Burger and asks if they can vote her out if they lose the next challenge. Burger demands to know what her game is, but Muffin insists she just wants to be voted out. Getting pissy, Burger decides that just to spite Muffin, he will do everything in his power to keep her in the game. Hearing this makes Muffin scream. No! How dare you!
How could he do that to me? It's the one thing I want! To go home! Why can't he just let it happen?
It's always Burger. He's keeping her in for the hate of the game. Day 5. It's not raining. Alright. Day 5. Is this a challenge? I'm pretty sure it's a challenge. It is. Immediate challenge, day 5. Rodon and Savar getting your first look at the new Eirai Tribe. Virginia voted out the last tribal council.
Oh, she seems sweet. Shame she was the first one out.
serves her right. What was she, 80? And unevolved. No right to be here.
Let's get to today's immunity challenge. Can't buoy me out. On go, everyone will rush off of their starting mats on the beach and into the water, swimming to a platform 50 yards out. Once every member of a tribe is on their platform, they must choose 2 players to dive beyond the platform and swim down to submerged buoys, unhooking them by untying the knots, keeping them in place. Once all 3 buoys are retrieved, the tribe must then swim back to the beach together with the buoys. Then they will take turns tossing the buoys down a chute with a thin entrance. So it's like the thin entrance is like kind of high up, so it's kind of like they like be throwing it like basketball kind of deal. First 2 tribes to toss all 3 of their buoys into their chute win immunity. Losers will go to Tribal Council, where someone will be the second Pokemon voted out of this game! A lot on the line! In addition, playing for reward, first tribe to finish wins a full slew of fishing gear. Have to try hard not to catch something with this. Second place, not as much. Some hooks in line. Before we start the challenge, Rodon, Savar, you both have to sit 1 player out of this challenge. Cannot be the same player in back-to-back challenges. Who's gonna be?
Comf will be sitting out for Rodon, obviously.
Okay, comp for Rodon.
Can I sit back for Savar?
No, there we go. Alright, Comp and Nelly's sitting out. Let's get this challenge underway. After a grueling battle, Rodon wins immunity again! Still on top, they take home the full slew of fishing gear. But who gets second place? Savar wins immunity again! That means they take the hooks and line, and for the second time in a row, we will be seeing Eirai at Tribal Council voting someone off of their tribe and out of this game.
We're going to the Tribal Council again! What a joke of a tribe, really. You can't win a championship without struggling, fighting, clawing your way to it. That's what I've learned from the Pokemon Battling Federation! Tonight, Andy, you son of a bitch, you're going down! You will feel pain for throwing poor Virginia under the bus. Eirai is my tribe!
Katrina asks Comp about how close she's been getting with Steel, considering she's not been complaining anytime, so grabs her and wears her like some armband. You've been content falling asleep like that. Comfortably admits that she just likes it. It reminds her of home, after all, and that's it. Katrina calls her a freak.
I'm trapped in a tribe of freaks and weirdos, just like I've been saying. The flower wreath is falling for some wild feral abomination, a freak of nature. Seriously, darling, how can you be so idiotic? You'd have to be deranged to make a choice like that, I swear.
Aiden is sorting through the rice at camp to measure proper portion sizes for rations, when Amber walks up and sits down behind him, leaning forward and whispering in his ear. Tally give that they're dating now. Aiden is caught off guard and blushes, asking what Amber means by that, and Amber again states they're dating. And you should be thrilled by this turn of events. Okay.
Wow, I guess that, sorry, that's just, I'm a bit flustered, I guess. Wow, she knows me more than I thought. She really took control, and yeah, I like that kind of stuff. Wow, that confidence she displayed, just wow. I think I'd like to see where this goes. Really.
While walking through the jungle around camp, Diana finds Goliath climbing the trees and gathering a large pile of fruit. She calls up to him to ask what the deal is. He's a little caught off guard, but just remarks that he's a competitive eater, so his stomach is not used to eating so little. He needs to find more food to eat for himself, or he's gonna lose it. Diana smugly asks if Goliath will share with the tribe. Goliath pauses awkwardly, and then offers to share it with her. Diana finishes with a simple, "I thought so" remark, and walks off. Oh my god. What a meanie.
I've been out of it for the past day or two because of the lack of food, so that's why I was out getting a stash of food for myself. Listen, I've dealt with this growing up and that shit was traumatizing. I will not deal with it again. And all those berries? That's hardly enough for a week for me. Diana found out and that sucks. But it's better to just share with her instead of everyone. She doesn't look like she'd eat much anyway.
Matthias pulls Nelly aside and talks to her about working together, making a final 2 deal. Ooh. Nelly seems confused, wondering why Matthias wants to lock in a deal that lasts the whole game with a mon he's barely spoken to. Matthias retorts that he has a good feeling about her. And after some more convincing, Nelly accepts. Bo's been stalking Matthias up to this point, though, and is pretty angry. Guys, a final 2 deal. Matthias and Nelly. What do you guys think about that? That's like a really interesting final 2, though, like, actually.
I knew he was a scumbag! Ugh, such a mean, deceitful mon! He's trying to strike final 2 deals with everyone on the tribe at this point! Like, what the hell is that? Ugh, I'm gonna have to bring this up with the rest of the tribe. No one's gonna want to work with someone that's playing into everyone's paws! The bastard!
Muffin opens up tribal discussions once again, calling for everyone to vote her out. And once again, she gets completely ignored, which seems to stress her out even more.
Why can't they just see reason and vote me out? I'm right here. Easy vote. Looking to be taken straight to Boot Town. Just let me out, man. This is going way too far now.
Guys, episode 2, way too far, man. Chill the fuck out. Way too far. I did not expect to be here 5 days out of 39. You gotta take me out right now. And I ain't quitting for shit, so you gotta do it. You gotta waste a tribal on me. Fuck you guys. Not long after the Muffin situation, Dexheart openly calls out the entire tribe. He remarks that he knows everyone is after him, that he's all alone. But he refuses to go down without a fight. He'll do whatever it takes, whether that means convincing the tribe to vote out someone else, or even look for the idol. He turns and runs out of camp to do the latter right on the spot, off searching for an idol.
This tribe is filled with a bunch of no-name nothings, and all of them are against me right now. But trust me, they won't be able to take me out so easily. If I'm known for anything, it's fighting until the very last moment, until I physically can't continue. Never give up! That's what I am to the Pokemon Battling Federation. And that's what I will be for Pocket Survival! I'll survive tonight, and this'll make a damn good story to tell the jury at the end, and secure the Pocket Survival World Championship! My 4th world title!
The strategic duo of Burger and Shadow meet up again, with Burger wanting Dexheart out, but Shadow wanting to just let Muffin leave. Please! Burger insists Dexheart is the better vote since he doesn't trust anyone in the tribe anymore. While Shadow would prefer Muffin due to her constant complaining. Shadow ends up reluctantly agreeing to follow up with taking out Dexheart. Burger insists to tell everyone else.
I'm, not sure that Dexheart is the right play right now. We're already struggling in challenges with him on the tribe. Losing him would just make it, even worse. I'd really rather Muffin just go. But Burger won't hear otherwise. But, maybe he doesn't need to be involved?
Shadow approaches Dexheart, who's still looking for the idol, despite it having been a few hours since first leaving to look. Shadow asks if Dexheart is alright taking Muffin out, and Dexheart agrees with no reluctance, since it would keep him in longer and give him more time to take out Andy, who deserves to go after the Virginia vote. Shadow is a bit put off, but just says he'll tell you.
What did I say, huh? You all thought I was a fool, but just like that, the tribe realizes how important it is to keep me in with them, and the plan is changing like that! They realize without Dexheart, they are nothing but a tribe of losers! Once Muffin is gone, Andy is next!
Andy is sitting on the beach alone, thinking. When summer approaches, Andy seems conflicted again, deciding between voting out his role model in Dexheart or betraying Burger by voting out Muffin. Summer asks what the tribe wants, and Andy isn't sure. Just remarking both are awesome in their own ways. Summer grabs Andy's paw and tells him that whatever he does, she'll do. That they'll own it together. Andy seems happier after the reassurance, thanking Summer. Aw, that's so sweet.
Andy is at a low point right now, so I will get close to him. As his closest friend, I will guide him onto the right path. The path towards the greatest legendary Pokemon of this world. Andy will be with me in conquest, and together we will unleash the great drought upon this world, with Groudon on our side. After all, that is my dream. What I hope to accomplish by winning. I will use the cash prize to fund my way towards meeting Groudon, and he will unleash the great drought, so I may finally explore the ocean without the plague that is water stopping me. As the final magma truther, it is what must be done. If Andy can trust me in this little game, he can surely trust me enough to join me as a magma truther. It is the only correct path. Groudon is inevitable.
The tribe gathers their belongings and leaves for tribal council.
Just like the old hag before him, the fake battler's gotta go! Andy'll catch a vote, but whatever. Dexheart's out of here, and maybe with that fake ass gone, the shitty tribe can actually unite on something. Tonight's vote is in the bag.
Well, Eirai Tribe, 2 days ago you came in here and voted out supposedly your weakest member. But here you are, back again, still no challenge wins under your belt. Savar, is that disheartening in any way? Is this affecting tribe morale?
I mean, it is a little upsetting. We have a lot of drama that needs to be worked out though, and tribal is the place where these kind of issues get worked out. There's always an upside.
Issues are going to get worked out, all right.
Let's talk about last tribal. Clear beef between Andy and Dexheart related to the vote. Didn't go Dexheart's way. Andy, what was the story back at camp after such a turbulent tribal council?
I'm pretty sure Dexheart is still upset. I mean, I can't be too sure. I don't know how his brain rattles, but anytime I try to do something to make it up to him, he rejects it and calls me out. So, I think that's bad.
Damn right it's bad!
Dexheart, you've been pretty vocal already. What's your side of the story?
You know, back in the Pokemon Battling Federation, it's typically the poison types that are the conniving assholes that would do anything to claim gold. But, in my personal experience, the electric types are just as bad. And this oversized piss pear's done nothing to change that. He sold out an elderly woman, and when you're capable of taking it that far, you're dead to me!
It's just a game.
Shadow, you seem to be tired of this. Is that a sentiment shared among the tribe?
I think so, yeah. The heat got in the way of our last challenge, so it's a bit annoying to deal with. Without the arguing, we may have won, and may not be here, so it's, pretty annoying. But when it comes down to it, tribe strength is a factor, and, the two Mons arguing are our strongest Mons.
Tribe strength is very important.
Not the only factor, that's for true.
Muffin, you praised tribe strength there, but with Virginia God, you're arguably the weakest member of the tribe. What's the situation there?
Do you not remember, silly? I'm still looking to be shipped off to Loser Town. Forced to take the long walk off the short pier. Having to watch my torch get snuffed. I still want to be voted out. I've heard my name from a few mods tonight, so I'm excited!
Huh? The fuck do you mean?
Oh, wow. Over to Burger, who had an instant reaction to Muffin's words. What's going through your head here in that?
Well, see here, Mr. Hostman. I thought me and the rest of my tribe here had a plan in place, yeah? Then the suicidal pastry spews some BS about a few mons wanting her out. I shut this shit down, so I don't like it one bit. If this is for real, then you all need to knock that shit off and stick to the damn plan!
So, what plan are we doing, Shadow?
Well, Burger, it would seem that your plan isn't the only one in talks right now. See which plan is the one that gets put in place. It is time to vote Shadow. You're up first.
Stick to the fucking plan, dipshits!
After we take a bite out of you, Muffin, my sight is set on one very important matter. Taking the most cowardly shithead out of the competition. Andy, I'm coming for you next. Be ready!
If anybody has a hidden Muni idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Alright. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Pokemon voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Dexheart. That's one vote, Dexheart. Muffin. That's one vote, Dexheart. One vote, Muffin. Dexheart. That's two votes, Dexheart. One vote, Muffin. Dexheart. That's three votes, Dexheart. One vote, Muffin. Second Pokemon voted out of Pocket Survival, Island of the Beasts. Dexheart. That's four votes. That's enough. You're gonna have to bring me your torch.
You know, it took a while to get this, but I think I finally understand now. Andy's not the only coward. You all cast your votes to sacrifice an elder. You're all in the wrong just as much as he is!
Just go get your torch snuffed out, jackass. We voted you out, so take a damn hint for once and leave!
Good luck winning anything now, cause from where I'm standing, all I see left is the Job Squad!
Dexheart. The tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. From what I've seen, the five of you are a tight voting block. But with your tribe's strongest member out, may only be a matter of time before you're back here. Who will fall on the sword dead? Grab your torches and head back to camp. Good night.
This is how Dexheart on Pocket Survival ends? Voted out day 5? What a garbage performance! But I stood for what's right! And that's what makes me the best battler in the world, damn it! Looks like I'll be back in time for the 30 Mon Battle Bash after all. See you in the main event of Battle Mania again!
Oh, damn. Dexheart out second. Dex fraud. Everyone voted to take out Dexheart. Everyone kept Muffin in. I'm surprised that Muffin voted with the majority alliance. for the record, the reason Muffin isn't just voting themselves out each round is because you can't do that in the game. So that's the explanation for why Muffin isn't just voting themselves constantly every round.